Yeah, so I was just here to speak about the issue going on at the preschool behind Kaplan View with the teacher being kind of aggressive with the kids. I feel like she should at least be on some kind of leave if we're having this issue until it's kind of resolved, because I asked my son yesterday if any of his teachers hurt him, and he said that his teacher pulls his cheek to make him lay down, and then he lays down and he starts crying. And I asked him which teacher, and then he said the teacher's name. So I didn't even have to say the teacher's name, he said it on his own. And I don't like my kids being touched.
Okay, so do we have, is it Cynthia?
Yes. So same thing for me. It's not only my child, it's a group of us mothers whose children have been affected by this particular teacher. I do want to clarify that there were 2 teachers originally in the classroom. One was let go for unknown reasons. And I do want to just bring a note to everyone's attention to Mr. Neil Patel. He was a teacher in my school 15 years ago. He was not my teacher, but I remember him because his charisma, and all of the students loved him, even though he wasn't our teacher. He would always greet everyone in the hallway, high-five us, impersonate Arnold Schwarzenegger every day. 15 years have passed, and I remember this man. This is a type of love and affection our 3, 4, 5-year-olds have for the teacher that was let go. I'm not asking you to bring her back if that is not an option, but at least give our children closure to say goodbye to the teacher that they love, the teacher that they remember, the teacher that they want, the teacher that opened her doors to them. She was like a safe haven to all of our children. Not only mine, but I speak for all of the mothers, if you could please stand. It's not only my child. So there have been accusations for the current teacher that is in the classroom with our children. She slaps them. My son, he had his ears pulled during cleanup time. She pinches them. She aggressively pulls on children. And she's still in the classroom. Why? We want to know why she's still in there. Aside from all of these allegations, I still took my son to class. Monday is when he had his ears pulled by this teacher. I went to the principal. Basically her response was, here is the handbook, there's the information where you can file a report. I went to her before I filed a report at the sheriff's office for child abuse against this teacher. And today, she is still in the classroom alone with those children. We are asking you to please remove this particular teacher out of the classroom with these young children. Put her in a different school, just not with toddlers. These kids, they're so young. This is their first experience in school. If I allow my child to believe somebody pulling his ears is okay, what's going to happen next? An inappropriate touch? It is not okay for our children to be going through this. Not only that, she also blows her whistle in their ears. We all know how sensitive our eardrums can be. How much effect this can have on the 3, 4, 5-year-olds in the future.
Sorry, but it's been your 3 minutes.
Okay. I am sorry, you should have stopped me earlier when it was my 3 minutes.
Well, it is 3 minutes right now.
Okay, I am done. Thank you.
According to the Santa Rita Union Board bylaws, the board has been elected by the community to provide leadership and citizen oversight of the district. That's my understanding, right, of one of the bylaws. So, as a concerned citizen, I'd like to bring to the board's attention the use of the MOU between the city of Salinas and the Santa Rita School District regarding the use of the students, regarding the use of the school resource officers. What is the role of the SROs at Santa Rita School? How are the parties involved adhering to the MOU and facilitating positive interactions between the students, staff, and SROs? Santa Rita's administration explicitly stated, and I quote from the Salinas, California, Santa Rita Union's agreement with the Salinas PD restricts officers from getting involved with regular school discipline. End quote. I like to assume that this would not only apply to students, but also to the employees, the teachers. Just several months ago, after the MOU was approved, the principal at Santa Rita School utilized her overarching authority by having an SRO act in such a way that does not align with the MOU. At the principal's request and during school hours, teachers were unexpectedly interrogated and subsequently their vehicles searched over an alleged 3-year-old rumor or comment. Can you clarify, how the use of the SRO was appropriate? Since this took place during school hours, a number of teachers, parents, and students witnessed the police officer searching the employees' vehicles. As a concerned citizen, I request that the board address this serious action against not only the interrogated teachers, but to the rest of the teachers who are not afraid on how the SRO will be used on them. I request that the board take action on this and perhaps add controls, standard operating procedures, to avoid the misuse of the SROs. How would you feel if you or your family member was searched over an alleged 3-year-old comment? How would you feel if that one particular teacher became ill and was seen at urgent care that particular day and is continuing to be under the care of a doctor? This is why I come here. In my opinion, the principal's action was more of an intimidation tactic. Shouldn't the principal be held accountable for her possible malicious actions? Or will the teachers continue to fear the principal and the misuse of the SROs? Lastly, how will you, the board, ensure accountability for the inappropriate use of the MOU? And assure your employees, the teachers, that this personal use of the SROs will not continue to happen in your district. Thank you.
My name is Andrew Sandoval, and first I'd like to express some concern because I could not find your guys' UCP policy on your district website. And I emailed the superintendent, I didn't get a response yet. I couldn't find it in Spanish or in English, which is a bit concerning because when parents have a concern that's a valid concern, how are they supposed to express that with you? So that's one of my concerns. Second is I'd like to read a letter. When parents did express concern, this was their response. Dear parents of Little Bear Creek Preschool, it has been a pleasure of Santa Rita Union School District to seek out $1.2 million grant and an additional $750,000 district contributed funds to create a free preschool opportunity for eligible Santa Rita 3 and 4 years old. It's our goal to prepare students for kindergarten in a safe and happy environment. While it has always been, has always been a desire to have consistency in staff, we employ approximately 400 members of the community. There will always be changes. As you are aware, teacher Norma will no longer work at Little Bear Creek School. The new teacher, I'll skip that part. As always, preschool is a voluntary experience. While we would hope your child would excel through the change in process, if you believe your child should not remain, please contact the principal so that she may open the slot to another family. If you have any concerns or questions in the future, please see Ms. De La Torre. She knows each of your students personally and would be more than happy to discuss their success with you. Additionally, your Little Bear Creek Handbook is an excellent resource for questions. The meeting scheduled for 8:15 tomorrow in the district boardroom is only for the students in Teacher Norma classrooms. No confidential personnel information will be shared. So you see that whole letter was about the complaint of abuse from parents, which you couldn't tell because that was about 12 words in this entire letter. Basically telling parents, as I read it, if you're not comfortable with them, with the school, the staff, feel free to leave, and what? We'll find another victim to fill the slot instead of hearing. This is sad. Okay, this is sad. I mean, you guys, it's too much. It's not a joke. I don't know who Miss Carmen is, but you guys should immediately stop her employment until a proper investigation is done. I'm sorry, Mrs. Superintendent, but I think this is unacceptable and kind of disgusting response to people's concerns about their kids' safety. And I hope that this board can recognize the significance of these children's suffering.
Thank you.
So, can I get your first and last name?
My name is Cynthia.
Okay, go ahead and spell that out.
P-I-N.
Okay, and then Cynthia as well.
C-Y-N-T-H-A.
Okay, talk about why you came out here today.
I came out here for my concern only for my child and the rest of the parents, children's, and the children that are still in the classroom. We are concerned for their safety because this teacher has been abusing them not only physically but emotionally.
What do you want from the school district?
We want the school to remove this teacher from the current classroom, place her somewhere else. We don't care. Just make her, just remove her from the preschool, from these toddlers.
And my understanding is you've already filed like a police report.
I filed a report with the sheriff's office because my child's ears were pulled on Monday.
How does that make you feel as a mother?
It makes me furious. I have not seen her personally because I don't know what I would tell her to her face because I know she has children of her own. As a mother, this is not something I would want to happen to anyone's child. Not only that, but some parents are saying that she slaps their children. One mother in the meetings came because she pulls on her child's cheek to make him go to school and he's trying himself to sleep. He's a 4-year-old. If a child doesn't want to sleep, you cannot force him to sleep.
So you're just wanting the district, at least for now, just to pull her until the investigation's
Yes, yes. Pull her during the investigation. Get her out of the class, away from the children.
Okay, ¿puedes hablar en español or you want to? Okay, okay. Sí, dame tu primer nombre y apellido. Can you start a new clip?
Yeah.
So Stephanie knows what to do.
All right,
Are we rolling?
We're
Okay,
rolling.
dame tu primer nombre y apellido otra vez.
Primer nombre es Cintia Piña.
Okay, y can you just spell it out very quickly?
C-Y-N-T-H-I-A-P-I-N-A.
Okay, habla sobre por qué viniste aquí esta noche.
Vine aquí para que remuevan a la maestra del salón que está abusando de nuestros hijos, no solamente físicamente, pero emocionalmente también.
Tu hijo, parece.
Mi hijo fue físicamente abusado por esta maestra. El lunes lo jaloneó de las orejas.
¿Qué es lo que tú le pides a esta?
Yo le pido al distrito que remuevan a esta maestra de los estudiantes que son de 3 a 5 años.
¿Cómo te hace sentir, o sea, cuando escuchas a tu hijo que te está diciendo, sabes que me jaloneó mi maestra?
Cuando escucho a mi hijo que me dice que su maestra lo jaloneó, me hace sentir furiosa, realmente siento un coraje contra la maestra que hizo eso a mi hijo, no solamente a mi hijo, no estoy aquí solamente peleando por mi hijo, estoy peleando por los hijos de las otras madres, de los otros padres de familia, que sus hijos no solamente fueron afectados físicamente, pero también emocionalmente.
¿Algo más que quieras agregar en este momento?
Si me está mirando, maestra, por favor, retírese usted misma del salón. No haga esto más difícil para los niños. Los niños no la quieren, le tienen un pavor a usted. Solamente con decirles, mañana te voy a llevar con tu maestra, lloran, tiemblan y dicen, no mami, no quiero ir a la escuela.
Thank you for doing that. Can I get your first and last name, please?
Andrew Sandoval.
Okay, go ahead and spell that out for a quick mic check.
ANDREWSANDOVAL.
Okay, and Andrew, talk about why you decided to come out here and support the rest of these parents.
I decided to come out here because I see that districts across Monterey County tend to ignore issues, and when parents or teachers speak up, there's retaliation. And I've learned a lot through my own struggles with my own kids' school. And believe it or not, my wife tagged me in a post to reach out to these parents to see how we can help them. Sometimes, like I'll give you an example, this district, I couldn't find the UCP complaint form. So how are parents supposed to complain without a form? And so I emailed the superintendent just to do some reach out, and of course she had to respond to me about a complaint form. So I just came to support fellow parents who are just looking for the best education for their kids.
I mean, what's your concern with the district as of now, other than, not being able to have that forum or anything else? I mean, what do you want?
Well, my concern with the district is that their response to a parent's concerns about possible physical abuse was to talk about funding, the fact that they have a lot of teachers to oversee, and then the fact that they said, you're welcome to remove your kid so we can fill another slot. That's not a response from an educator over valid concerns from a parent. So I'm here to support them.
Okay, anything else you would like to add?
I think that Parents United can make a lot of positive change.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good tag.